Buying Cakes Edible Art class. In this edition, I'm going to teach you how to do some edible art on your cakes. And today we are starting with I'm going to teach you how to paint a palm tree. This kind of painting is ideal when you're doing a traditional cake or a Thanksgiving cake. And all you need for this are your brushes. You may just need to buy a pack of brush, those ones that have like different tips. Then you need a palette plate, your fondant. This is a board that I have already covered with fondant. And before you paint on your fondant, please ensure that the surface is dry. And then I like to work with Acabado colors. And if I'm not using Acabado, I use dry powder colors. But Acabado is the best. It's very sharp when you work with it. And then I dilute my colors with edible spirits. I prefer to use Chelsea. Sometimes I use water, but the preference is I prefer using edible spirit because of its ability to evaporate and then dry up fast. So what I have here are different colors that we're going to be using for these tutorials. I have them in each of the holes, and then I have added some alcohol to it to dilute it. So I'll keep diluting to get the shade that I want. If my brown is too thick and I want a lighter shade, all I need is to add more more spirit to it to dilute the concentration. So I'm going to start by sketching with a pencil tip brush and a light shade of brown. Always start your sketching with a light shade so that when you make mistake, you can easily wipe it off. Yes, you can clean when you make a mistake. Just get a white towel or handkerchief, apply some spirit on it, and then clean. When you clean, you wait for it to dry a little, then you clean again. So we are starting with our first sketch. From the top, it should be narrow. As it's getting down, it's getting wider. Palm trees are better or are more attractive when they are in a pair. So the second is just going to come from here. Like I said, the top will be narrow. As it's coming down, it's getting wider. That's our first sketch. As you can see, it's not a thick stroke. Then for the base of the foot, we are just going to make like a ridge kind of effect. After the first sketch, the next thing to do is to shade the whole palm tree. And to do that, I'm going to use a touch of yellow and brown. So I'm just mixing yellow and brown to get the shade. You may decide to leave it white. You may decide to ignore the filling with this shade of color if you know you can't handle that properly. You may decide to just leave the background white, because if you're working on a wedding cake or any other cake and you want to create this effect, you will need to be careful so that you don't stain or mess up your work. For that reason, you could just leave inside empty instead of filling it with this shade. Now that we have done, I will highlight. What I'm doing is just highlighting the initial sketch to add some depth to it. Okay. All right. The next thing is to add effect. I'm just making a slanty curve, not straight stroke, please. Just curve it a little. You do the same here. When you are done with all of that, the next thing to do is to add the leaves. And to do that, you just gently move your brush from where you have the line, the initial stroke, out. Give it a bit of, don't make it straight, just curve as you come. Try not to make your stroke too thick. Close the space as much as you can. Close off the space as much as you can. Alright? Keep doing the same thing all through. So until you finish, just gently. When I finish with the initial stroke, I go through it again to fill up the space. Remember to use your pencil tip brush. That is the one that will help you achieve light strokes. The same thing to this one too. Remember to use light stroke. When your stroke is too thick, it doesn't look real. So ensure your stroke are as tiny as you can. I hope you all practice this. Practice makes perfect, so we don't just learn and keep your knowledge to yourself. Try it. The more you try, the better you become. You can try on a piece of paper before doing it on fondant. Get the technique on a sheet of paper. Make your mistake there. Correct yourself so that when you are doing it properly on your cake, you have less of mistakes. So you just make this part deeper. Give it a darker shade of green. Okay. Next thing, having done the leaves, the next thing we are going to do is to create an effect like the ground or the earth. So I'm using brown. I'm using brown, yellow, just to add some contrasting effect to what I'm doing. You appreciate art more when you have contrasting effects. Okay. After that, we are just going to add some grass effect to it. Tiny strokes. Just push up from the base up. When you do this, as the tips becomes narrow or pointed, don't start from the top down, start from the bottom up to achieve that pencil tip. Okay. Supposing you want to add flying bird effect to the sky, all you need to do is use black color. Make a V sign. Like a V. The ones in front will be bigger than the ones at the back. Because the closer the bigger, the farther the smaller. So Then you make the middle thick to form the body, and that's all. This is the end product of what we have achieved. It's not so difficult. It's something you can easily do. All you need to do